Hello, everyone. My name is Sean Smith. I am enrolled in Multinational Management. Today, I will be giving a summary of a podcast that I was just blessed to listen to, dealing with Zipline, which was very interesting to hear how Zipline got started. These podcasts have really been interesting to me. Didn't know what to expect going into them, but it's pretty awesome how you can gain some extra knowledge through these things. So let's start with the first point. What does Zipline do? Where do they operate? And basically, what Zipline does, they have drones that deliver medical supplies or blood or anything to help support the health system. Especially they help places that typically struggle with getting products quickly. So they give a alternate means of transportation to bring products in to run a hospital, or if there's any emergency situations that patients run into, they assist with that, where they can place the order and get it pretty quickly, quicker than what a truck or maybe some ground transportation would do. So that's how Zipline operates. How did they become a successful company? They actually started off as a robotics company, interestingly. Started off as a robotics company, which were smartphone robots. So the smartphone acted as the brains of the robot, which sounds pretty interesting, honestly. Just tried to get some visuals on how that would look, but that's how they started. The company actually started in Las Vegas, and after 3 years, it became Zipline. So that company actually transitioned into Zipline. When I was listening, I was thinking that the company failed and like it was closing, but actually it became Zipline. So they ended up being pretty intrigued by logistics. Knew they wanted to deliver products faster than normal, which gave them the idea of delivering via air. And that's how we get to these drones. Their main focus, they wanted to focus on people that didn't have access to these goods, whether to operate to get in the hospital or give patients blood or something like that. Want to focus on areas that don't have good infrastructure and ways of getting products quick. So that's what they put their focus on, which these areas really weren't a focus before. I think people knew that they had struggles, but they never put an emphasis on really helping that. So basically with these drones, you could deliver to places of 50 miles or greater in less than an hour or so. You can get them products, and that was really beneficial. They started building in 2013 and started flying nonstop from a testing facility in 2015, which was pretty interesting. The Rwanda experience was pretty cool. This is how they got their start. So they went there to speak with the government of Rwanda, which talking about delivering blood. Blood was the main focus at first, delivering it to 21 facilities. So it sounds like the government really they weren't too moved by the presentation, but it was more of a show me what you have instead of tell me what you have. So they gave them the responsibility of bringing blood to 21 facilities. It was a $200,000 contract, so that was the way they got started. The first 9 months didn't go as expected. Ran into some issues. So basically, they really only served one hospital with them for that first 9 months, compared to the 21 facilities where they first initially thought they would be able to serve. So, you see a lot of those things when you get involved in something where you're expecting things to go smooth, but there's always going to be roadblocks or some hurdles that you're going to encounter that you didn't really see. So it's kind of one of those things, which isn't a bad thing. You learn more through difficult situations. So I think this is one of those times where they learned a lot. So most customers, they're focusing on cost. Like, how can I get these products to me at a cheap cost and timely? A lot of things you're going to pay for. If you want things to get quicker, get to you faster, you're going to pay for it. But they kind of wanted their cake and wanted to eat it too. So it's one of those type of situations. So Zipline focused on building out some distribution centers that were pretty centrally located that can serve hundreds of hospitals. And they could launch aircraft called Zips, which would move the product to and from those facilities. they end up being pretty successful in Rwanda, and that actually led to them expanding into other countries. The last question was talking about Chapter 8, using Zipline as an example. What are benefits and the cost of FDI? Foreign direct investment is when a firm invests directly in facilities to produce a good or service in a foreign country. Firms tend to favor FDI over exporting due to transportation costs. And whether it's probably dictated by distance, how much, of course, it's dictated by distance, how much your transportation costs are. So a lot of companies and firms will favor using FDI, but there are some companies that won't use FDI if transportation costs are not a factor, especially when they're shipping products with a high value to weight ratio. FDI becomes a little less attractive. All in all, this podcast was very interesting to hear about these different things, because that's interesting how some companies and medical facilities can receive blood and other items to run their facilities through the air, which is very, very, it's convenient. And honestly, with the world how it is, I continue to expect our technology to continue to advance and bring us into the next century. And hey, I know in my lifetime I should see a lot, but especially my children, I'm sure things will look a lot different then. And drones, you'll be able to order something in a drone, be it dropping something off at your house within an hour. Got some cool situations there, but it's going to make people less patient. People's patience are already kind of testy and short, and that's just going to make this world and this economy more of a microwave society than something where you wait on things. But hey, great time discussing this. I hope that you guys have a blessed day. Sean Smith, rolling out.